at the other forward position, and Noah Gardner at small forward.
Well, last week, Xavier had Devin Watkins in. He was a big factor in their rebounding, but this week they don't seem to have him on the bench, and that could have a huge impact on their defensive rebounds.
Richards with the ball at the wing. Down inside to the big man, stolen away by Gardner. They're going to call that an offense. It looks like they're going to call that an offensive foul. Yeah, that was Jeremiah Segura. And you look at him. I mean, he's a big kid. He's going to be a problem for Xavier all day today. I mean, he's going to be head and shoulders over pretty much everyone on the court at all times. Steal right off the bat from Nazareth, but won't come to fruition as Fellenstein gets the rebound. Here's Quessy down to Gardner in the corner. Pulls the three, and it's good. Xavier out to a quick 3-0 lead. Prescott bringing up the ball at point. Dickerson drives, and that's going to be a travel. I mean, he's definitely a big, dominating kid, but definitely maybe a little bit out of control. Some footwork problems as they take him out already, as Sion Kerr will come in. Oh, almost stolen right off the bat. Gannon with it now. He'll look to bring it up. Pressure from Nazareth.
Well, that's the second time that Nazareth has had a huge impact on Xavier's backcourt.
Yeah, I mean, they're pressing right off that inbound, and Xavier struggled with it right off the bat. Dickerson at the wing. Off the foot of, I think, Quessy. Cross-court pass, and that's going to be Xavier's ball. They get it into Quessy. He'll bring this ball up. Gannon up top at point. Slings it to Gardner for a three. No good this time.
Well, as we've seen previously, Xavier's three-point shooting is a huge factor in their offense. If their threes aren't falling, their offense is not rolling.
Oh, and a three to answer back from Dickerson. This game is tied 3-3. And that one goes right out of bounds. That's going to be Nazareth ball. Nazareth on the inbound. They'll get into Kerr. That ball stolen away from him. Here comes Dan down the court. He finds Quessy. Ooh, not enough touch to get that one in there. So Xavier off to a 1-3 start for the game. Richards now with the ball. Loses control of it for a second. Their offense will reset. Back to Prescott at the point. Finds Dickerson on the win. Richards no good, doesn't even hit the rim. That's going to be shot clock violation. He pleads his case, but did not hit the rim, and that's going to be Xavier's ball.
Well, as we see there, both teams are struggling on offense, especially with the pressure on the three-point line. They seem to be wanting to shoot the three, but it isn't falling.
Well, I guess here's Nazareth on the inbound. He'll get it into Kerr. Back out to Prescott. Dickerson to Richards. Back to Dickerson. Prescott's going to cut inside. Kerr wide open, and he gets it to fall, so Nazareth with a 2-point lead. Quessy bringing it up with pressure on him. And certainly early on, the Nazareth pressure seems to be affecting the freshmen. I mean, Xavier's done an all right job, but really, I mean, they haven't looked great in their press break so far.
Well, I think that every possession Xavier's had has either been stolen or tipped so far. So Nazareth seems to have a very good.
Quessy with the open
defense.
three and doesn't get it to fall. And Dickerson fell hard there. Could be a foul on Gannon. Yep, they're going to call push on Gannon. Be Xavier's first foul of the game. Here's Richards at the wing, down to Prescott in the corner. Xavier's defense certainly holding up well so far against Nazareth's set offense. We'll see if Nazareth can switch some stuff up. Ooh, corner three for Richards. Not going to get it, and the rebound by Gannon. Ooh, lost control of the ball. That's going to be a jump ball. You know what? Xavier got the timeout, so that's probably going to be Xavier's ball. So a smart timeout by Coach Okiki to keep possession. And so with about 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter, so far we've seen both offenses struggle, especially for Xavier. A lot of missed shots, some makeable shots. Certainly targeting the three early, as you said, if they can get that to go, that's going to be a good thing for Xavier. And on the other side, Nazareth is trying to find openings with their set offense.
Well, I do know one player from Nazareth from middle school, number 23, Justin Blake. I knew him as a very good big point guard. He could shoot the ball. He's a playmaker. If they can get him the ball and let him start scoring, once he gets on fire, he doesn't stop.
And certainly some sizable guards out here. Richards, Dickerson, and Prescott all outsize Xavier's guards. So we'll see. I mean, they've tried to cut inside early. We'll see if they can use their physicality to their advantage. And that's stolen right off the inbound. Prescott puts it up, and the Nazareth's got a 4-point lead. Seems like Quessy just tried to force that one there. And stolen again. And that's going to be Nazareth's ball. I mean, you really see it's the press is given Xavier a lot of struggles here as Quessy's going to come out as they bring in Jack Garrity. Dickerson off the inbounds, down to Kerr, down low, and swatted away by Gannon. So some nice defense by Xavier here as they're going to look to push on the fast break. There's Gardner. Back to Fellenstein, no good. And that should stay there as that was off of Dickerson. And, you know, to Xavier's credit, they're running their offense. They are finding open threes. Now it's just about hitting them. Gardner had one open three that he made, but other than that, Xavier's offense hasn't had much.
Well, as we just saw there, Thomas Fellenstein, an exceptional shooter, just missed a wide open shot.
I mean, and you're going to see he's one of those Epiphany kids. A lot of those Epiphany kids know how to shoot well. I'll touch on them, but this freshman team really has a lot of former Epiphany kids that really help contribute to this team. A deep three by Gardner, and no good. I mean, he's another Epiphany kid. As Richards will bring it up, Hill resets, not going to force it there. Dickerson pass out to Richards. Prescott at point, jumps up. I think he got fouled on the shot. That's going to be Garrity, and he'll shoot, Prescott will shoot two. And it does look like Xavier, after this first free throw, is going to get some more size out there. Jude Sargent, who was hurt for most of this season, had a wrist injury as he comes in for Gannon. And Sargent, I believe, is 6'3", maybe a little taller. He's definitely the tallest kid on the freshman team.
Well, last week he had an impact like he just did now.
As he grabbed the rebound there, yeah.
He had a huge impact last week with having, I think, 6 or 7 rebounds. So, yeah, his size definitely he has an advantage. Garrity
for three, and the bounce won't get it. I think Xavier's now 1 for 6 or 1 for 7 shooting right now from the field. Hasn't been that great of a quarter for them. Luckily, Nazareth really hasn't hit their shots that well either.
Well, it looks like Xavier just wants to hit a 3 and maybe they can start some momentum, but it doesn't seem to be working so far.
I mean, yeah, their offense is chilling right around the perimeter there. As Garrity's going to take another 3. He banks it in. Nice shot by Garrity. It brings the Nazareth lead down to 2. As that's Greg White driving and kind of bricks that one there. Short on the rim and, tipped by Dickerson, but Xavier will retain possession. Fellenstein for 3, and it's good. Xavier jumps out to a lead. 3 threes for Xavier in this quarter. That counts for their 9 points.
I think that 3 players of the 5 on Xavier's team right now has shot a 3, and I think, actually no, not each one has made one, but they seem to be very confident in their 3-point shooting.
Gannon, Garrity's gonna shoot another 3. It's not gonna be good, and Nazareth's offense will go the other way. And that's Prescott, a nice spin. Can he get it? No, but a good rebound by Kerr. And they just can't get it to go. Some nice moves there, but just couldn't finish at the rim. Pump fake from Dickerson. They got about a minute left in this quarter as Nazareth's offense is gonna reset. And they are definitely, unlike Xavier, they're looking to finish at the rim here. And they've had some success, but really not. And that's going to be an offensive foul, if I had to guess. I don't think it's going to be an offensive foul. I think I was wrong there.
And see, there is Justin Blake, number 23, being checked in.
I mean, I was watching him warm up. He's got a nice shot. If I'm not wrong, I think he's the one. He's got a little bit of a funky shot, but it certainly goes in. And he's definitely got some athleticism. So, yeah, he should be a guard for Xavier to watch out for.
Yeah. He's very fast and athletic, as you just said. I'm surprised they didn't put him in a little bit earlier, actually, because
Forbes airballs that one. Here's Connor Frazier bringing it up with some tempo. And down to Gardner in the corner. He sinks it, his second 3 of the game. Gardner's 2 for 4 on threes. Xavier with a 4-point lead. Man, those Epiphany kids love to shoot the 3. These goddamn Epiphany kids, I hate them. They're too good. Forbes down to Kerr, and there's your boy Blake, and he gets rejected. So 3 seconds, they're gonna have to chuck one up. Gardner, can he get it? Oh.
No good.
At the end of the first quarter, Xavier finds some life with the 3 ball. They're up 12-8, and man, I mean, you're right, when the 3 ball's good, Xavier's good. I mean, you talk about it, they were missing their open 3s for a little bit after Gardner opened the game with a 3. They weren't able to hit for a little bit, but then finally, those last 2 minutes, they started to hit. Fellenstein hit, Girardi hit, and then Gardner hit again. So a solid first quarter all in all for Xavier. I mean, obviously could have been a little cleaner, but you'll take what you can get. You have a first quarter lead, and they'll look to build on it there.
Well, it looked like Xavier slowed down the tempo after Nazareth's defense. After they kind of picked up on what they were trying to do, they kind of slowed down the tempo, and they started scoring a little bit more.
And definitely kudos to Xavier's defense. They've done a good job. I mean, Nazareth's been trying to run their offensive sets. They're trying to score down low, and Xavier's interior defense has been pretty strong.
Yeah, they've been picking up on the screens, which was very good because if you can't pick up on the screens, then they have a wide open shot, which seems to be what they're trying to go for. But their pick and roll plays aren't working for Nazareth.
So it looks like Xavier will run out the same squad they had to end the first quarter. Jude Sargent, Thomas Fellenstein, Connor Frazier, Noah Gardner, and Jack Girardi. They'll have the ball to start on the inbound. And they'll get it into Frazier.
Well, I bet what Xavier's thinking is that they don't want to cool down from 3.
Yeah, as that one's stolen by Dickerson. The drive, he gets contact there. He's going to be going to the line as Jude Sargent picks up his first foul. I mean, that was just a brilliant job of weaving through the defense there. Put up a shot and clear contact from Sargent. Send Dickerson to the line.
Well, Nazareth seems to be a very physical team. They seem to be trying to drive the ball every time, trying to pick up the quick foul.
Dickerson 1 for 2 for the line as Sargent grabs that rebound. Nice little move by Frazier. He's going to get double teamed. Gardner, a nice little move from mid-range. He can't get it to go. Xavier's going to keep possession. And after a little bit of craziness, they still have the ball. Gardner in the corner. He'll get it back out to Frazier. Ooh, a nice little half spin. And that's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to be Nazareth's possession. So just a little wild there. They didn't do a great job of maintaining control of the ball. So Prescott will bring this ball back up for Nazareth. Down 3.
Well, it looks like Nazareth is picking up on the Xavier's offense. They seem to be covering the three-point.
Yeah, they were doing a good job, especially on those corner threes of closing out. In fact, they closed out so much Gardner had an open mid-range shot, just wasn't able to connect. And nice steal by Girardi. We'll see if he can go all the way, and he cannot. Here is Blake.
Well, Justin Blake seems to fit in perfectly with this offense because in middle school he would do the exact same thing. He would just drive to the paint, see if he can get a draw foul.
I mean, you have size and athleticism like that. We always preach to my middle school guys when I'm coaching, if you have that ability, just drive. You don't need to risk, taking contested shots. I mean, you can just drive by with strength. And he sinks the first free throw. As Demetrius Barris checks in, Jude Sargent back to the bench.
Well, as I do know, Demetrios Barus is very fast and he's very athletic.
Blake goes 2 for 2 for his free throws, and it's a 12-11 game. And a nice steal by Dickerson. And down to Prescott, no good. And Nazareth will retain possession here. Ooh, the lob into the big man, and he can't get it to go. I mean, you look how much taller he is than everyone else, but he just really wasn't able to get it there. Frazier finds Milstein at the elbow, rolls out. Segura with the rebound.
Well, as we see there, his size is definitely an advantage.
I mean, he doesn't even need to jump for the rebound.
Yeah, I don't even think he barely jumped there. It seems that his size has
I mean, look at him post up on Barris. I mean, Barris's head is at his shoulder. That basket's not going to count, as that one's going to be on the floor, it looks like. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly, you talk about how Nazareth wants to play inside. His size should help them play inside. Bowling inside, and that's going to be a shooting foul. He'll be sent to the line.
Well, as we see Chris Gannon being subbed in to try to guard Segor on the inside because Demetrios Barus does not seem to be able to keep up with that.
I mean, and obviously Xavier's really not going to have anyone that can go out and match him height-wise, but you get Gannon in there, a guy that's, pretty big. I think he's up to well over 200 pounds. Maybe he can put a body on him and make some of those inside shots. I mean, he's already struggled inside, so just make those shots more difficult.
Yeah.
So he missed his first free throw. Segura will try his second, and it's no good as Girardi grabs that ball. Gardner in the corner. Nice little drive and mishandled by Gannon there, and I think Xavier will retain possession. Quessy's going to check back in. As he's in for Noah Gardner. Fellenstein along the baseline, can't get it to go. That one slapped out of Gannon's hands, so it'll be Xavier's ball once again off the inbound on the other side. Fellenstein can't get it to go. He's had a rough day from the field so far. Had that 1-3, but other than that, really hasn't gotten anything to go as of yet. As a nice shot by Forbes there inside. Nazareth jumps out to a 1-point lead.
Well, until then, neither team had scored in this quarter.
Yeah.
It had been almost 3 full minutes until someone had scored. But now Nazareth picking up the pace.
Prescott, nice little move inside, and he gets it to go. Nazareth with a 3-point lead now. Has a beautiful little reverse move there. Oh, mishandled by Fellenstein.
Now Marquis St. Cyrus being subbed in.
As Fellenstein does come out, and now Tim Gann will come in for Connor Frazier.
Well, as we've seen, Prescott seems to be finding his groove in the paint. He seems to be able to drive past the shorter defenders and get a surely makeable but difficult layup.
Into Tim Gannon, right back to Girardi. Nice little lob to Gannon. And the cross half court. Down to St. Cyrus in the paint. A nice little pass to Gannon. Wasn't able to make anything of it, as here's Blake. And they're going to call travel.
And that turnover committed by Forbes, I believe.
Gannon picks up his dribble. They double team him and swarm him, and Blake can't convert on the layup. Here comes Gannon up the court. Pushing it with some pretty solid tempo, but I think it looks like he'll slow it down there. Oh, Quessy took a little bit of a hit there. Gannon's gonna drive. Nice pass to Quessy, wide open for three. Can't get it to go as Dickerson with the rebound. Here's Forbes, he'll try and make something on the fast break, and they're gonna call a charge. Do not count the basket, and it will be Xavier's ball.
Well, great job by Gannon there, just planting his feet, sacrificing himself for the charge.
That's textbook, that's how they teach it to you. Ooh,
as we still
and wow, looks like they're going to have a little bit of a fast break here. Quessy, he sinks it.
And I believe that was Xavier's first points from not 3-point. So
I believe so. And yet, you know what? They did a pretty solid job. I mean, the pressure certainly got to them on the press break or on the press, but they were able to beat it, and they created what really was like a 4-on-2 there and an open shot right on the block for Quessy. Quessy again. He's going to drive. Ooh, can't get it to go, but Gannon on the offensive rebound, and Xavier jumps out to the lead. So the Epiphany kids getting it done for Xavier. Forbes with the ball, picks up his dribble, and good pressure by Xavier.
Nazareth doesn't seem to be able to pick up on Xavier's defense, because before they were just driving the paint, trying to get easy buckets, but now Xavier seems to be protecting the paint a little bit better, and now Nazareth doesn't seem to know what to do.
This is Prescott with the ball. He drives through contact, can't get it to go. Loose ball here, and Prescott's going to come away with it. Shoots for three and did not hit the rim.
That shot seemed to be a little bit
That was
there.
very flat too, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Cyrus drives, St. Cyrus drives, but Quessy will grab the rebound. Quessy's gonna drive, little floater, and St. Cyrus with the rebound. Good job on the boards by Xavier. They've been pretty strong this whole game. St. Cyrus picks up his rebound and strong pressure from Nazareth, and that's what you want when someone picks up your dribble in the corner. As Gannon misses that shot, you know, Nazareth, they're gonna look to trap there. They tried to do that, but St. Cyrus is able to get it out to Gannon. Prescott on the wing, little pump fake. For three, no good from Dickerson. St. Cyrus is gonna pull up for three and hits the side of the backboard. Not the prettiest shot, but he was open, so, looks like he just lost the ball there, wants a foul, he won't get it. Here comes Gannon on the drive, and he's got it and one. Good drive by Gannon, way to drive with strength through the contact.
What we saw there, Tim Gannon taking advantage of Prescott, who tripped on the other side, and as soon as he saw the ball, he just took off with the.
As Nazareth calls a timeout, Xavier with a 3-point lead, and jumping out to a bit of a lead here. So not terrible. I mean, for a little bit in the second quarter, we thought that Nazareth had maybe turned momentum around for a little bit, but Xavier certainly got it back. Their defense has been great. Their offense is finally starting. They're finally starting to find other stuff besides threes to score, and they're starting to have a little more of a consistent offense here.
Well, Nazareth seems to be a little bit rushed and frustrated because now that they're not being able to get in the paint, they have to keep passing out to the three-point line, but it doesn't seem to be working for them right now, especially with all of Prescott's turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, that last one was certainly costly. I mean, there wasn't even a guy in his face. He just got tripped up and lost the ball. I mean, I know he complained for a foul, but I didn't really see any contact there. That was definitely costly. As Fellenstein is back in, as Chris Gannon will take a break. Gannon looks to convert on his N1. And won't be able to get it, but Fellenstein comes away with the ball. And their offense will reset with Gannon at the top. They find St. Cyrus at the free throw line. Quessy at the wing, thinking about shooting it. He won't.
Well, all season, Quessy has been very, very crafty with the ball, with his ball handling and playmaking ability.
As that was going to be a turnover as St. Cyrus threw it into the hands of Dickerson. I mean, Quessy is certainly one of the better ball handlers on this team and very shifty, uses the hop step to his advantage. You see he's tried to make some of those floaters, and he's pretty good at sinking those too. Definitely one of the craftier guys on Xavier's offense. Richards here to Dickerson at the point. 15 seconds left in the first half. Dickerson for three. He sinks it to tie the game. As the clock's going to run down here. 5 seconds left, and looks like they might have to heave one up. That's definitely, I think they looked at that wasn't a travel. They'll call it a jump ball. With 0.8 seconds left, really not much to happen here.
Well, as you said just now, I do not think that should have been called a jump ball. That could be very controversial.
Yeah,
call.
It definitely took a few steps here. You're going to have to heave one up, and it gets blocked. Yep, clock didn't start. That was definitely But how about that? I mean, we didn't even have time to really touch on it because everything happened so quickly. Dickerson hits a contested three to tie the game, and the first half ends very low scoring, 18-18. I mean, I've seen middle school games that are a little more high scoring than this, so certainly more of a defensive battle here today. I mean, to their credit, both defenses have been pretty solid, especially in regards to guarding each other's offensive sets. I mean, you saw that last offensive set where Xavier just kept passing the ball around the perimeter and ended in a turnover. They just couldn't find any way to penetrate, and they couldn't find any openings for three. So definitely both defenses have really stepped up today.
Well, yeah, Xavier's passing around the three-point line usually seems to work, but today it seems to be stopped by Nazareth's perimeter defense.
Yeah, today we have a lot of guys out here scoring a lot of points. It's not just been one player that's been making all the buckets happen. We have Noah Gardner with 6. We have Chris Gannon with 4. Fellenstein with a 3. Jack Garrity also with a 3. Yeah, just a lot of guys out here today. Just really contributing to Xavier's tie right now. And then Nazareth also, it's kind of the same way. Lots of guys getting the open ball, getting that shot off. Definitely someone to look out for so far. Number 12 on Nazareth. We just talked about him, Lou, but yeah, he has 5 points right now. Most out of his team right now, but yeah. It's good to keep in mind that with Xavier right now, they need to look out for number 12, Prescott. Sorry, where's that?
I think that would be Dickerson.
Yeah, Dickerson.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, just watch out for him, and keep playing the way they're playing. But yeah, that's all.
Well, you touched on Xavier's leading scorers, and we've been talking about, or at least I've been talking about in this game, a little bit of the guys from Epiphany. Today, Xavier's top 3 scorers are all Epiphany grads: Thomas Fellenstein, Chris Gannon, and Quessy. And you got some more Epiphany guys here. You have Noah Gardner. You have AJ Pino hasn't gotten in yet, but you have a lot of these guys on this team that are from Epiphany, and that's what you usually get from Epiphany. Epiphany, they always have good coaching, and they're always going to produce. A lot of Epiphany guys go to Xavier, and a lot of Epiphany guys make the Xavier basketball team. They're always well coached. They can always shoot. That's really a trademark of Epiphany teams, and you can see that, right? Noah Gardner with his 2 threes, Thomas Fellenstein with his 3. We've talked about Quessy. He can score inside, but he also has a great outside shot. We haven't really seen him, score one or even really try today. But, I mean, AJ Pino, who hasn't gotten in yet, also has a nice 3. All these guys can really score. So, I mean, it's really a testament to the offense that Epiphany produces.
Well, yeah, all of them also seem to be able to be playmakers, especially with Quessy and AJ Pino. Their ball handling skills and passing skills are very, very good.
Well, I think at the end of the first half here with a little half-court shot contest going on, I think we'll take a little break, and we'll be back with you for the start of the second half. All right, we're back for the start of the second half. Low-scoring game, tied 18-18 between Xavier and Nazareth. As we said earlier, it's been a pretty strong defensive battle, not a whole lot of offense. Offensive have struggled for the most part. We've seen spurts where they've looked pretty good, and then, you know, just no one team has really dominated. And I don't know, if I had to say, probably because of the Xavier bias, I would say Xavier looks a little better just because I would think they could come out with the win just because their success with the three historically this year has been better than Nazareth, and I would think if they can get that three going, that will help them get the lead.
Well, these two teams seem to be kind of opposite, with Nazareth keep driving the ball and Xavier shooting threes all day.
Yeah. And this will be Prescott bringing the ball up to start the second half. Richards at the wing. They have Segura posting up. We'll see if that's a target of theirs. It is. They double team him, try and grab the ball. Good defense by Xavier, and slapped away by Fellenstein. I mean, if that's how you gotta play him. You gotta slap the ball down low. You can't give him a chance to bring the ball up high, or else you're never gonna have a chance at it. You gotta get it. You have to get that when the ball is low.
Yeah, well, especially that defense by I think Jude Sargent.
And then Gardner came into double team. That's a great job. I mean, you really need two guys if you want to swarm him and pressure him just because of his size alone. Dickerson with the ball down to Segura in the post. The double team again. That's probably going to be a travel. Yep. His footwork is a little suspect to say the least. He's definitely not the most athletic kid out there. And, you know, you see that in the way Nazareth plays him. It's almost like Taco Fall. Like, you can't have him out there all the time. He doesn't have the stamina or the speed or the athleticism to do it.
Well, besides his height, he doesn't seem to have any huge impacts on the game, except his, obviously, right there on that block or on his
inside
rebounds.
Scoring is not that strong. Here's Richards, and he'll get fouled. Fellenstein pleading his case, but actually they're going to call that on Gardner. Interesting that on this free throw they're not going to have Segura down to rebound.
It looks like they're trying to keep him back there in case Xavier gets the rebound.
On a
fast break, yeah.
So Richards hit the first one. Here comes the second, and 1 for 2, but a good rebound by White. Richards for 3, and it's no good. They're going to get the ball again. Sloppy rebounding for Xavier, and they've really been a pretty strong rebounding team for most of this game. That was a little surprising there. Oh, Gannon picked up his dribble early, and they got a lot of pressure on him. Here he goes. Here's Gardner. A lot of pass fakes and pretty much gets swarmed with the double team. Ooh.
Well, it looks like Xavier, they're being pressured by Nazareth, and Nazareth seems to have...
Just couldn't really handle it there. Yeah, Nazareth was able to force the turnover.
Yeah, it looks like they got some of their stamina back, and they're all... Like, they have chemistry on defense. Their chemistry is very good on defense, and seems to be working for them right now.
That's Dickerson for 3. He's going to grab his own rebound, and a good block. I think that was either Jude or Fellenstein. Either way, a fantastic block on what might have been an easy basket. Down low to Dickerson. He gets the roll. Nazareth out to a 3-point lead to start the second half. And pass to Quessy in the corner. Fellenstein down to Jude. Jude's going to drive. Left hand, can't get it to go. Prescott up top at the logo. Finds Dickerson moving across the court. He's at the wing now. Ooh, loses the ball a little bit.
Well, right now Xavier's doing a very good job of not prioritizing any one person, because so many people are scoring for Xavier right now.
And that's probably going to be over the back on Segura.
So it looks
That's at least his second or third foul.
looks like they're gonna sub in Kerr for Segor. Well, as we see now again, Xavier is pressured by the press from Nazareth.
Ooh, Sargent inside, fouled and one. Nice drive by Sargent, goes up with the left hand. And he's got a chance to tie the game here with this free throw. Well, I mean, that was an excellent job by Xavier of using the press break. So with that type of press that Nazareth's running, they're going to want to do that. You have the two guys spread as he can't hit the free throw, and you have Gardner inbounding, and he's going to split the middle. And if you can get it to Gardner and you can split that middle, you should have openings down low with your remaining two guys because they have those three guys up top pressing.
Yeah, it looks to seem that.
Oh, stolen away by Gardner. Oh, they're going to call carry. Coach Okiki is not happy with that, and Gardner looks a little surprised himself. Yeah, I didn't see much there. Looked like he was just slowing up to not force a fast break there.
It also looked like Prescott hit the ball from Gardner, which seemed to cause some confusion.
Here's Prescott up top. To Dickerson. He looks for Prescott swinging around. Deep three for Dickerson, and it's no good. He can't sink it, but a good rebound by Forbes, and they'll reset the offense as Forbes takes it out to the point now.
Well, as we see a lot of changes in who resets the ball, it doesn't seem to be a problem for who Nazareth gets to reset the offense.
Yeah, they seem to have a lot of capable guards as Forbes hits a nice little layup there. Nazareth back out to a 3-point lead.
As we see there.
Here's Quessy on the drive. Oh, he gets it to go. Way to battle through the contact by Quessy. It's only a 1-point game. Fantastic job.
Well, as we saw there, again, Xavier using that weakness in the press defense to their advantage.
3 for Forbes from the corner. He airballs. Here's Xavier now as Gannon pushes the tempo a little bit. Ooh, 3 guys on him, and that's stolen by Dickerson. And, oh, are they going to call? They're going to call an offensive foul. Gannon set his feet. Dickerson went up, knocked him down. Gannon draws the offensive foul, and that basket will not count. That's a huge call for Xavier as Frazier comes in for Gannon.
And again, that's the second time Gannon has picked up a charge foul. Oh, sorry, he has caused a charge foul for Xavier.
Frazier to Quessy in the corner. He's going to get it down to Jude, but that was swatted away. Ooh, a lot of contact there. That's going to be a foul. That was on Prescott. He hit Frazier as he tried to go for the ball.
This quarter does seem to have a reoccurring pattern where Xavier
Wow, that's a deep pass. Quessy holds on to it. Fellenstein for 3. Short off the rim. Here comes Prescott. And can't get it to go. We're going to have a fast break going in the other way. Nice move by Fellenstein. He drives and he makes it. Xavier back out to a 1-point lead. A lot of fast breaks there. So here's Forbes now bringing up the ball.
It seems as if both teams are getting a little bit more fatigued as the game keeps going. They also have not made a huge amount of subs this quarter for either team.
Oh, a nice baseline or a nice drive by Dickerson as Nazareth regains the lead. A nice little back and forth game we have now. Gardner in the corner for 3. Can't get it to go. As Nazareth will look to slow it down a little bit after a solid amount of fast breaks. Forbes in the corner. And that's Kerr down low. Dishes it back out to Prescott. Dickerson, we've seen him take contested threes before. Will he do it again? Cross-court pass to Forbes. Nice little move. Blocked by Frazier. And Frazier brings it up the court now. Here's Gardner with an open three. He takes it and not even close. Hits high off the backboard. Gardner will steal it but loses it again. White drives in. Nazareth with a 3-point lead. A little bit of sloppy play for Xavier there. Kwesi declines to take that corner three, gives it to Sargent, and he can't get it to go. Doesn't get a soft touch. Ooh, good pass. Sargent fights through the contact. Can't get it to go again.
Well, as we saw there, Xavier getting a ton of offensive rebounds, but just couldn't convert on the
Yeah.
inside.
I mean, definitely some opportunities inside there for Sargent. He just couldn't convert there. Here is Prescott to bring the ball up. Ooh, Fellenstein almost had that one. And blocked by Sargent. And Sargent deflects it again. Here comes Sargent. And denied there, but Girardi follows with the offensive rebound and the easy lay. And it's only a 1-point lead for Nazareth. Ooh, Coach Okiki gets a warning. Coach Okiki has not been happy with the ref. Definitely thought there was a lot of contact, especially on that last drive with Jude.
I mean, in the long run, it didn't really matter, but it does seem to be bothering Coach Kiki that there's no fouls called on that play.
And he does certainly have a case that there has been some contact down low for most of this game that has, for the most part, gone uncalled. And so he does have a fair case when he's arguing with the ref here, but now he'll have to watch himself. As now Coach Okiki calls a timeout after the tech warning. I mean, this is certainly still a neck-and-neck game here. And, I mean, we're not seeing a lot of offense. When we ended the second half, it was 18-18. Xavier scored 8. Nazareth has scored 9. So, I don't know. The defense has been still pretty strong, especially Xavier. On that last offensive set, the block by Jude, and then he swatted it away again, had that little fast break opportunity. That was fantastic. Nazareth, with the 1-point lead, it's tough. They're jumping out to a little bit of an advantage here with their work down low. But I don't know. This is still anyone's ball game.
Well, yeah, as we saw this quarter especially, there's been almost no scoring. And both teams' defense, especially Xavier's, has been very, very good.
Now, that's really just been the theme the whole game. As Dickerson, a corner three, no good, but White there for the rebound. Prescott deals it to Forbes. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Forbes, he's gonna drive, no good. Frazier will grab that ball, and a lot of pressure there. He'll give it away to Jude. Oh, that pass soars high. And that's tipped into the hands of Prescott, who gives it to Dickerson. He's going to drive. And I don't think that basket is going to count. It is, actually. That's my mistake. They just put up in the scoreboard, so they'll have a chance for the M1 here. Can make it a 2-score game. And he sinks it. Nazareth's biggest lead of recent memory. They're up 30-26. Here's Kwesi. He's going to drive. Can't get it to go. Frazier's going to put it back up, and he's swatted away by Dickerson as that's the end of the third quarter. Nazareth with a 4-point lead going into the fourth. I mean, it should be Xavier's ball, so Xavier will certainly have a chance to chip away at this lead right away. But towards the end there, I mean, Xavier just kind of lost themselves, and Nazareth jumped out to that lead. Their offense finally started to pick it up a little bit.
Well, yeah, that last minute or two, Nazareth seemed to pick up a bunch of momentum. They stretched out the lead by 4, which has been, as you said, their biggest lead since, I think, the first half.
Yeah, and Dickerson's just been such a force. I mean, his athleticism, he's already got a lot of height on most of these guys that Xavier has out there, but then you work in that athleticism and his ability to finish inside with power, and it really makes him a tough guy to guard, and he's also got a pretty solid shot. We saw him make the free throw. We've seen him make the contested threes. He's got to be, with McAllister, you touched on that he was the leading scorer. He's got to be Xavier's priority, especially in this fourth quarter. You want to get back in this game. You got to make sure he doesn't score.
Yeah, especially for Xavier. I mean, with the game this close, they don't want to get lazy. They don't want to slack off, let Dickerson especially get away with the ball, because honestly, he's gonna have that fourth quarter mentality. He's gonna try and drive as much as possible, shoot as many shots as he can, and yeah, Xavier better look out for him as the quarter comes along. But hopefully they can pull through, get a lead on, get the dub. But yeah.
Gets the ball into Quessy. Here's Girardi on the wing. Frazier dribbled it off his foot, but Quessy's going to have it here, so a solid recovery. Double teamed. Fellenstein down low to Sargent in the post. Can't get it to go. Oh, that might be a reach. That's on Jack Girardi. Forbes with the ball, dishes it out to Prescott.
Xavier's defense seems to be picking up some momentum so far in this quarter, even though it's only been around 30 seconds. With
Dickerson, he's going to try a 3, and he nails it. Nazareth, a 7-point lead, their biggest lead of the night. Oh, Sargent can't handle that pass. Here comes Prescott on the fast break. Low floater, airballs it, and here's Quessy going the other way. He drives, can't get it to go. Sargent can't grab that ball. And that's going to be a jump ball, and it will be Nazareth's ball.
Well, one trend I keep seeing is that Xavier and Nazareth cannot convert in the paint.
Yeah, they really, both teams have had their struggles, but as of late, Xavier especially just really can't convert with contact. Fellenstein on Dickerson, that's a big assignment for him. Ooh, and tried to drive by him, but lost the ball a little bit. Dickerson for 3, and it rolls off the rim. Kerr had it for a moment, but turns over the ball almost immediately. Frazier to bring the ball up. Ooh, Frazier, a good recovery. He finds Quessy.
Timeout called by Coach Kiki.
Yep. And obviously, the freshman coaches are not going to be happy with their team as of pretty much like the second half of the third quarter. Their offense has pretty much come to a standstill. They really haven't scored since about, like, I don't know, 4 minutes into like the third quarter. So I mean, it's been a really rough dry spell for them here. I mean, it just seems like there's a lid on the basket and they can't get anything to go.
Well, Xavier doesn't seem to be shooting from the three-point line that so far in the second half. As you saw, Quessy, he had a semi-open 3 a couple minutes ago, but did not decide to take it. It seems as if their confidence has been a little bit drained by Nazareth's defense.
And you know what? I wonder if, as this lead grows, that's a good point that you brought up. As this lead grows, we might see some more attempted threes from Xavier. Obviously, right now, at 6 minutes, it's probably still a little early to just start chucking up threes, but as this game develops and if Nazareth is able to maintain their lead, that could certainly be something we see happen.
Well, especially with Nazareth building up the lead.
Ooh, downloaded Sargent, and he knocks down that layup. Oh, Prescott's going to have a fast break. Good defense by Fellenstein, but they're going to call a foul. He's frustrated. Didn't look like a lot of contact there. Regardless, they're going to send Prescott to the line here with a chance for two. And no good off the backboard on the first shot. Prescott really doesn't have the prettiest of shots. We saw him attempt a three earlier that wasn't even close. He really doesn't get a lot of arc in his shots, very flat. But, of course, as I say that, he sinks a free throw. Nazareth up to a 6-point lead, and that one slapped away from Jude. We're going to have a foul here, and they're going to call that foul on Connor Frazier. I don't know about that one. Here's Forbes, guarded by Frazier. Finds Prescott crossing the court. And nice pass in low, down low to Kerr, but he can't get it on the finish. Oh, they're going to call a foul there. A little bit of contact.
Well, Nazareth seems to be very, very aggressive on the offensive boards, as we saw there.
As Frazier picks up another foul. And it looks like Xavier's going to add a little bit of size here as they bring in Demetrius Barros after the shot. The shot is good from Dickerson. The lead back out to 7 as Fellenstein comes out. And sinks his second free throw. Dickerson's been great on the line. Nazareth with an 8-point lead. Nice little pass to Sargent. Here's Quessy in the corner. Ooh, good pass to Barros, and he's going to sink it on that right block. 30-36 lead for Nazareth. Ooh. They're going to call a foul on Frazier. Definitely on the reach there.
Well, Xavier might now have an advantage because they subbed in Demetrius Barros, which could be help them chip away at this lead.
Ooh, this is big with that foul. Nazareth is in the bonus. They'll be shooting 1-and-1s, and they're only 3 fouls away from shooting 2 free throws on pretty much every single foul. That's a big, if Xavier wants to get back in this game, they have to watch with the fouls. Forbes will shoot 2 here. Or 1-and-1, my bad. He sinks the first one, so he will shoot 2. Oh, again, couldn't handle the pass there, and Nazareth's going to have the ball yet again. I mean, it's just been a rough day for Xavier in this second half.
Well, it looks like they seem to be fatigued this second half because their ball handling
Oh,
and
that's
passing.
a foul by Jude as Kerr was driving for the layup.
Xavier seems to be.
Actually, I think they called a foul on. I think they called a blocking foul on Gannon. Kerr sinks the first one off of the backboard. 38-30 right now for Nazareth with a chance to extend their lead to 9. Swish, and it is a 9-point lead for Nazareth. About 5 minutes left to go. They get that ball into Jude. Here they find Quessy. Quessy picks up his dribble. He's in a little bit of trouble. From the free throw line, Jude can't get it to go. And a little stumble there from Dickerson. Drops that lob down to Forb. Bounces off the rim twice and won't go. Gannon pushing it with tempo. He loses the ball, and it's gonna stay Xavier's possession.
As we saw there, Xavier trying to push the tempo as they try to chip away at this Nazareth lead.
And definitely as the clock winds down, we're gonna see more of this. They're gonna see Xavier's offense moving with more speed. They're gonna have to.
They haven't really started doing the shooting many threes, but
Jude from the free throw line can't get it to go. Garati will be able to grab that rebound. Oh, threw it at his feet. And Jude does get it to go. Sinks that one from the elbow. It's a 7-point lead for Nazareth. Ooh, good passing as Dickerson had the ball. Dickerson on the drive. And
the shot will not count.
yeah, it's something on the floor. I think that one was on Demetrius Barros as Connor Fraser comes in for Tim Gannon. 1-and-1s for Jules Dickerson, who's been Nazareth's offensive star today. If you could say that there is offensive star today, it's definitely been him. He sinks the first one. 40-32 lead for Nazareth with about 4 minutes left to go. Sinks the second one. 41-32.
Xavier right now seems to be playing with a
ooh, good pass down to Quessy down low. Nothing will come of it as of yet. A lot of risky passes. Ooh, Connor got hit there. That's going to be a foul on Forbes.
As we keep seeing, Nazareth's defense is definitely disturbing Xavier, especially on the press, on the inbounds. It seems to slow them down by like 6 or 7 seconds, which can give you an extra shot in that amount of time.
Ooh, Garati on the floater, not even close. Now, if Xavier can draw just a couple more fouls, they'll be in the bonus, and that will certainly help their cause if they want to get back into this game. Oh, Dickerson passes up the three, drives in. And that's going to be a foul on Jude Sargent as he spun Jude around a little bit. That is 10 fouls for Xavier, which means that pretty much every foul will result in 2 free throws for Nazareth, so that is a huge development. As Dickerson sinks it again, I mean, he's got to be, I don't think he's missed a free throw yet. A 11-point lead for Nazareth, 43-32. With just over 3 minutes left to go in this game. And now we'll see if they start to shoot threes here. Demetrius Barros, the mid-range shot, won't go. Shot bounce off the rim. And a timeout by Nazareth. And now 2:59, about a second under 3 minutes to go. I would say Nazareth has a pretty good shot to win this game, just the way that Xavier's been playing. They look a little dead out there. I mean, and even if they catch a spark now late, it might be a little too late. We're definitely, if they're gonna make a comeback, we're definitely gonna have to see some 3-point shooting out of them, and we're gonna need to see their defense step up a little bit. Because right now, I mean, Dickerson's just drawing fouls and converting at the free throw line.
Well, what I think Xavier might do is put all their 3-point shooters in, being Noah Gardner, Thomas Fellenstein, Quessy Wordy, and maybe throwing Jude Sargent there just to have a big.
I mean, yeah, at this point, that's probably got to be Xavier's game plan, especially considering that scoring down low really hasn't worked that well for them. As of now, they have the same lineup with the exception, I think Thomas Fellenstein is back in for Demetrius Bauros. Hey, nice play by Quessy. Stole the ball, but Nazareth swarmed him right away. It will still be Xavier's ball, but you really wish you could have avoided that jump ball there.
Well, that can be a questionable call. It did look like there was a bit of contact on the.
No, yeah, there was definitely. You just wish that you would have, that you wouldn't have had that jump ball, because that's a possession you could have had later on. Yeah. Ooh, a tough pass there. That's intercepted by Jones. Dickerson brings up the balls. He's pretty much doing everything for Nazareth here in the later stages of the game.
Well, it seems that Nazareth wants to waste all the clock before Xavier
they're definitely going to slow it down here. Probably going to be a lot of passing between their two guards. And a nice pass down low to Kerr. Can't get it to go. As Frazier, here he comes. A little bit of tempo. Nice little move. Oh, ball goes flying. And that is going to be off of Frazier's knee. And really not looking good for Xavier here. They're going to press and just try and create whatever turnovers they can.
Well, it looks like they're being very rushed on offense because they're trying to get as many points as they possibly can, but yeah, it isn't working very well.
Here's Kerr on the drive, and he gets it to go. 13-point lead for Nazareth as now just under 2 minutes to go. Quessy had a 3 to shoot, declined to take it. Frazier can't get that one to go. Good offensive rebound by Jude Sargent. He'll get fouled and he'll shoot 2. That one is on Joel Jones. He sinks his first free throw. It's a 12-point game. And this is going to be Xavier's ball. And Jude down low with the basket. It's a 10-point game. And good pressure by Xavier. But Prescott still manages to get through. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Jude Sargent. And as he said, with Nazareth in the double bonus, Prescott will be shooting 2 here. That first one rolls out. Now, 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Definitely enough time for a few quick threes here, as that's pretty much Xavier's only shot to get back in. As a couple bounces, and that one will not go. Oh, off the hands of Jude. Fellenstein had one to put up, and he's going to be fouled. Jude will go to the line yet again, as that one is going to go on Kerr.
Right now, that seems to be the only thing working for Xavier, just feeding it inside and drawing quick fouls.
I mean, that is true. I mean, Jude here is the biggest guy on the court. maybe not weight-wise, but definitely height-wise. As way short in that first free throw, and he's shown the ability to leap over some other guys as they're gonna lose some size here as they take out Kerr and they put in Blake. So definitely a chance for Jude to dominate here. Only problem is it's getting a little late, and I mean it is a long shot that all of a sudden Xavier starts to hit some threes, but it might be the only shot that they have at this point. Ooh, good defense. Dickerson left alone though. Prescott, and good contest by Frazier. Ooh, fumbled by Blake, and they're doing a really good job of wasting time here as we'll go under a minute left. And this game should be a loss here as they're gonna foul and force the shots. And that's when that double bonus comes into play. Now you have 2 free throws and it's Dickerson. You gotta imagine he's gonna make both of these. He'll come in for Connor Frazier. That's Robert Shaw. Dickerson sinks it again. I mean, at this point, he's had to have made at least 10 free throws.
Yeah.
Probably more.
Yeah, that's been Xavier's biggest problem, fouling good free throw shooters.
And wow, rare miss for him. Shaw the pass to Wessy for 3, and no good. And with 40 seconds left, and actually good defense by Quessy, but now with 35 seconds left, Nazareth in control of the ball. This game is all but over. Dickerson will probably, they might have to shoot at the very end. The shot clock is pretty well. Yeah, they would have had to shoot before the shot clock ends. It doesn't matter because Jude's gonna foul. And this is gonna be Justin Blake at the line with a chance for 2. And so at the end of the day, a solid battle for Xavier. They were in it most of the way, but they just couldn't outlast him. Nazareth ended up jumping out and getting their offense to click, and Xavier's defense really wasn't able to match that.
Well, they started to fall apart in the second half.
Yeah, the second half was the killer as Blake sinks this one. The second half they just came out flat. They really didn't have much life in them. And Nazareth kind of just, at the end of the third quarter, it was a 4-point lead, but Xavier was just never able to match that momentum that they had, and they were never really able to stop them, and ended up kind of like this. As Fellenstein shoots a 3, and that will make this a relatively respective score, only a 9-point lead as pressure by Xavier. As the final seconds will tick off, they'll just run this ball out.